It seemed like you focused your campaign on big structural changes. Obviously, a disappointing end to the campaign. Do you feel, though, optimistic about how some of those messages were received and the fact that the country does seem to be moving to a more progressive point of view, at least on some issues?
Yeah, I do. I think a lot of what I've talked about, we have now in the middle of this crisis, the importance of it. So, for example, student loan debt is something that is just crushing hundreds of thousands of young people and just an enormous drag on them. Social Security has not kept up. Payments have not kept up, and we have not adjusted the Social Security system to make sure that it's going to be financially viable for long into the future. Those are two issues I just talked about over and over. And in the middle of this crisis, you really are reminded students are supposed to be making their student loan payments. Now, finally, we got into this bill. We have a 6-month hiatus on that. But think about it. This is a time when the federal government could step in and say, you know what, we can't keep dragging down both these young people and our economy by not having, because they've got these huge student loan debt burdens. So that's what I want to keep talking about. Same thing on Social Security. Now's the time that we should increase Social Security and disability payments by $200 a month on into the future, and we pay for Social Security, so Social Security is going to last as far as we can see into the future. Those are the kind of structural changes that help support people and help support our economy. And now that people are under such pressure and our economy is under such pressure, I think a lot of folks are giving ideas like that a second look because I think they're really, really important. It's the kind of change we make.
You were a candidate who was known for having plans. What seems like a lifetime ago now, but I believe was only January, you released a plan for how to deal with infectious diseases like coronavirus. Is this a plan you've considered sending over to the White House? Do you think they would even look at it? And how was your plan different than the plan that we've seen so far out of DC?
Well, you know, the main thing about the plan is the timing. Because when you're talking about a health crisis like this, like an economic crisis, much more important to get in front of it than chasing it from behind. If we had put in place an effective plan to deal with the coronavirus back in January, we would have saved lives. And we wouldn't put the stress on our medical system that we're putting on it right now, and the stress on our economy. This is one of those things we should have been wearing the masks and the respirator and using all of the federal tools back in January to get started, not chasing it. Here we are right at the end of March, heading into April, and still haven't done much of what we need to. You know, for me, it's what leadership is about. It's about seeing the kinds of threats to the country and seeing them early and having a good, thoughtful response to it, having a plan for that. I think that's help guide this country and make this country safer and make this country all that it can be.
Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to let you get back to Bailey and your TV shows and all your other important work. We hope to see you soon again back in the studio. Really appreciate it.
Me too. It's good to see you too.